released a brand new commercial featuring Caitlin Clark and her new Kobe shoe that she released today. And I saw this commercial yesterday on social media. I thought it was so cool. There's a shot when she's in the locker room and she opens her eye and it like turns into what looks like a snake eye, but when you zoom in, it's actually the Kobe.
Nike just delivered a full-blown corporate plot twist, and Aya Wilson is feeling the heat. After investing millions into building Wilson's brand, the company watched as Caitlin Clark kept igniting the internet every time she stepped near a basketball. Eventually, reality became impossible to ignore. The momentum, the buzz, the cultural wave, it was all shifted. And now, what looked like a long-term loyalty play suddenly feels like a dramatic pivot driven by one undeniable truth. Star power doesn't wait for permission.
Finally delivers Caitlin Clark PE. Is this the first Caitlin Clark exclusive Nike commercial since she's entered the WNBA? I know she's made a cameo here, she's made a cameo there, she was featured as part of this rollout here, featured as part of this rollout there, but is this our first official Caitlin Clark solo commercial since she has joined the W?
They've been backing the wrong star all along, and now the pivot is impossible to ignore. As Nike shifts its energy toward the athlete who actually drives sales, Aya Wilson is left watching the spotlight move. This isn't just a sneaker story, it's a business reality check. While shelves sat quiet with one signature line, Caitlin Clark turned every release into a frenzy. Drops selling out and online traffic surging like the internet just discovered her overnight. In the end, brands follow momentum, and momentum doesn't lie.
Clark and Nike are officially dropping Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever player-exclusive Kobe 5s in just a couple weeks. So this shoe was first seen being worn by Caitlin and was thought to be a colorway made just for her up until just a couple days ago, where Nike's official images of the shoes got leaked and the announcement was made saying that everyone will now have a chance.
Let's bring receipts into this, because numbers don't care about feelings. When Aya Wilson launched her Nike A1S with Nike, they sold out in 5 minutes, which sounds huge until you factor in the limited stock. Scarcity can make almost anything look like a frenzy. Now compare that to Caitlin Clark stepping into a collaboration tied to Kobe Bryant's signature line. Roughly 13,000 pairs gone in mere minutes. Not 5, just minutes. That's not controlled hype. That's raw demand moving at full speed.
I don't think I'd be in the wrong to say Caitlin Clark's Kobe is the sneaker of the week, and everyone's focus is mostly on this one. If you really wanted that shoe, I hope you put your footwork in, because there's supposedly only 13,000 pairs on Sneakers App tomorrow. Combine that with a really high resale value, I expect this shoe to be a relatively difficult call. But my hope seriously is that with Caitlin Clark's sneaker coming out, that this sets a precedent and we might see other exclusive player edition Kobe's drop for the public.
When Nike dropped the release, the website didn't just lag. It practically waved a white flag to the Caitlin Clark wave. Within moments, pairs were gone, and the secondary market lit up instantly, with resale prices jumping into the $350 to $600 range. That's not a normal sellout cycle. That's demand overwhelming supply in real time. When Clark's merchandise hit, it doesn't quietly clear shelves. It triggers a full-scale frenzy, the kind of rush that makes even peak Black Friday chaos feel tame by comparison.
These things is some fire. I'm telling you, where there's smoke, there is fire, and these things is hitting so hard. And who got a bot? Who a shoe plug? Cause I need 2 pairs. I need one for the sneaker wall, and I need one for my feet, cause these things is hidden right here. And no, I don't want to pay $600 on.
But here's where it gets interesting. Nike invested 2 full years into crafting Aya Wilson's signature line, rolling out the red carpet every step of the way. She wasn't just handed a template. She was given creative control, custom logos, hands-on design input, meaningful storytelling stitched into every detail, Celtic symbols honoring her parents, quotes inspired by her grandmother, layered personal elements that turned the shoe into more than performance gear. It wasn't just a product launch. It was a carefully built narrative, polished and presented like a legacy piece with laces.
Also, all respect for Aya Wilson. I don't want to hear her opinions. I don't care what she has to say from this point on. When you keep a Nike deal 2 years in secret while you're spewing all that crazy stuff about Caitlin Clark in the Time magazine, read it. Read what she said in the Time magazine. Yet you had a Nike deal the whole entire time?
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is still waiting on an official signature shoe, lacing up models from the line originally built around Kobe Bryant. And somehow those hand-me-downs are outselling what was designed from scratch for Aya Wilson. Nike gave Wilson the full creative runway, custom branding, personal symbolism, detailed storytelling, the works. And yet, Clark's releases generate a louder buzz, move faster, and dominate resale margins in ways that feel less like marketing strategy and more like cultural momentum taking over. It's not about who got more resources. It's about who's driving demand when the clock starts ticking.
So it's finally here. Caitlin Clark sneakers from Nike is finally dropping. She was signed to them last year, and the sneakers is a year late in my opinion, but nonetheless I'm excited because these sneakers is finally coming out. But what does annoy me a little bit is that this is a collaboration with Kobe. Now, Kobe, respect to Kobe, the legend, rest in peace, great basketball player. But in my opinion, Caitlin Clark is a big enough star and she's creating her own legacy. So I feel like, at least for her first sneaker, it shouldn't be a collaboration with any other player, dead or alive, in my opinion. I feel like Caitlin should have, for her first shoe, had her own original design just for her.
If you're rocking with this breakdown, make sure you subscribe, because this next part, it's the real conversation. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Aya Wilson has had a full court press when it comes to visibility, signature shoe, custom logo, major ad campaigns, including spots directed by Malia Obama. Nike gave her the platform, the polish, and the production value. Everything was aligned for a dominant brand moment. And yet, perception matters. While Wilson is openly advocating for recognition and respect, which, to be fair, every elite athlete wants, Caitlin Clark has built her wave differently. She shows up, performs, and the market reacts. Shoes sell out, websites crash, arenas fill, momentum feels organic, not orchestrated. Comparing anyone to Michael Jordan is bold territory. But the point people are making isn't about rings or legacy. It's about market gravity. Right now, Clark's presence moves product in a way brands can't ignore. Wilson is asking for her flowers. Clark's getting them handed to her by the crowd. At the end of the day, respect in sports can be demanded, but it sticks best when the numbers and the noise back it up.
And all this was done while the shoes being developed, while the collections being done. To demonize Caitlin Clark and try to label her as a privileged white girl that's getting all the privileges, even though she earned everything she got. This ain't about color. This is about good and bad. And I honestly find this a little evil. I find this evil. This is beyond bad, because you had the ability to speak up and say, hey, everybody, relax. Don't get on Caitlin Clark. She got a shoe deal. That's cool. I got one too. Mine's taking a little bit, but it's going to come out. Just be patient. She could have came out and said that, but she didn't.
Here's the ironic twist. Nike really did try to build this into a long-term win. They reportedly locked in Aya Wilson with a deal north of $20 million, extended the partnership, built full-scale campaigns around her diamond in the rough identity, and pushed the storytelling hard. High production, polished messaging, clear positioning. From a branding standpoint, they checked every box. Then you look at Caitlin Clark, who signed a reported 8-year, $28 million deal and instantly became a walking marketing engine. No elaborate rollout needed. No heavy narrative scaffolding. She steps on the floor in Nike gear, and the return on attention alone is massive. The cameras are already there. The clicks are already loading. The demand is already baked in. That's the difference people are reacting to. One brand story feels constructed with care and intention. The other feels like gravity, effortless, constant, impossible to ignore. And in business, gravity usually wins.